We do begin tonight with the family of a pregnant woman killed in that Northland crash on Saturday. Kylie Rakic was killed when the car driven by her partner Cameron Dwight was involved in a head-on crash with a car driven by an American tourist. He was travelling with his wife. Cameron and Kylie's 5-year-old daughter Rangi Mari were airlifted to Whangarei Hospital. Another passenger, another Northland woman, Virginia Keogh, died at the scene. The American tourist faces 2 charges of careless use of a motor vehicle causing death. Kylie's sister says the family really want a mandatory stand-down period to be considered for foreign drivers when they first arrive in New Zealand. And Leash King says it's important for the family to acknowledge that 3 people died in the crash as her sister was 8 months pregnant with a baby girl the couple had already named Harper.
They didn't acknowledge Harper. You know, she was still a person, she was still a baby, you know, she wasn't far from coming into the world. And they said nothing about her, which I felt was really, I felt that was unjustified, that bit there where he only got charged for the 2 and not the 3 of them. That was really hard for the whole family, not just myself.
Leash, what happened exactly? Do you know what happened?
They were heading north and an American tourist driver was heading south and he was on their lane. When they came around the corner, my brother-in-law says he was doing 100. If they were going that fast, they had no way that they were going to miss each other. He did try and go onto his lane and use his lane, and then so the American tourist also tried to correct himself and get back onto his own lane, and that's when they connected.
So on the face of it, the American tourist appears to have just forgotten he was in New Zealand and he was driving on the wrong side of the road.
That's my understanding of it, yeah.
And both cars tried to correct to the other side of the road.
Yeah. My brother-in-law tried to swerve to miss him and use his side of the lane, and he tried to correct himself and go back onto the side he was meant to be on. And doing that, he hit the passenger side of the car where my sister was sitting and the other passenger that passed away, Virginia. And
so, I mean, there's, what can anything come from this that will be worthwhile in the long term? Is there anything that we can take from this other than the terrible tragedy of the loss of 3 lives?
Yeah, we need tighter restriction on tourist driving around New Zealand. You know, especially arriving the day before he crashed. That's too soon. You know, it's too soon for them to be driving on our roads. I mean, they have no. You know, they're too used to driving there on their side of the road, and they forget when they get here. Tourists doing U-turns. There needs to be tighter restrictions on that. There just has to be. Are
you guys in the north kind of familiar with this? Because, of course, a lot of people arrive from Auckland and just head to the winterless north, don't they? So Is this discussed in the north? Do you see driving like this?
Mostly it happens in the north, like, you know, when they turn in front of truck drivers. I've actually seen one myself. I was coming home, going back to work, and I saw one do a U-turn right in front of me. That was really, really close. So, yeah, they just need to be aware of other people, you know, and the things that they're doing when they're on the road.
Leash, did you go to the court appearance yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Do you know anyone who went?
I don't know anyone who went. I was actually waiting for someone to give us a call back to let us know what happened at the court case.
Yeah.
I read about it in the paper.
Because obviously the American driver is just devastated. I'm completely devastated.
He would be, and I feel for them both, you know, because that was tragic. It would have been tragic for them too.
Leash, tell us about Kylie. Tell us about her.
She she was my baby sister. She was so happy, bubbly. You know, her and her friends, there were 5 of them, Jordan, Jess, Renee, Carp, and her. They used to do silly things all the time, you know. They were real happy, outgoing people. She was the most gorgeous person that anyone could ever meet, not one bad bone in her body. You know, and just the silly little things that she did when she was here, it's kind of backed us up all the way through her tangi. It's just been so overwhelming. But she was an awesome person. She's left massive dents in people's hearts here.
And she's got a 5-year-old girl, right? Does she like her mum?
She also has a 5-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
She is so much like her mum. She's here now, running around, laughing, playing with her friends and her cousins. She does know what's happening. She does understand.